Nathan Jawai stands some 208 centimetres and weighs upwards of 130 kilos. These dimensions, when mixed with raw athleticism, make for the perfect basketball storm, a mobile big man with the genetic gifts to have the scouts drooling. And drool they did. Nate exploding onto the NBL scene in 2007 to be named Rookie of the Year and MVP of the All-Star Game. But as ESPN's Jason Bennett discovered when he visited Nate in Minneapolis, the big man's journey to the NBA hasn't been easy.
Basketball had always come so easy for Nate Jawai. Within 6 years of first picking up a ball, he had rocketed through the NBL ranks to find himself in the world's #1 basketball competition, the NBA. Just 6 short years from beginner to NBA pro. He was drafted by the Indiana Pacers, then immediately traded to the Toronto Raptors as part of a pre-draft arrangement between the two clubs. But one simple routine medical in the lead-up to Raptors training camp would place a giant pothole in Big Nate's road to the top.
I was pretty fit then, I was in shape. Feeling great, healthy, no injuries, nothing whatsoever. Come to a medical checkup. They started screening me and the medical guy goes to me, "Oh, you pass your physicals, but there's just something that they need to look up, follow up and just check your heart." You're not allowed to practice until we hear back from the doctor in New York. I have an enlarged heart, and he thinks it's diseased. That's how he put it to me. He goes, I looked at your heart, and it's diseased. And I'm like...
That doesn't sound good.
That's when I started to get scared. And I was like, what? I was a disease. I feel fine. They told me to stay, not to get my heart rate above 100. So it was difficult for me. So I couldn't do anything. All I could do is just sit and watch the guys practice and work the shot clock. That's all I did for nearly the whole season. It was hard. I thought I was dying at one point. I was scared to go to sleep. I was scared to go to sleep. I couldn't sleep. I was scared because I didn't know if I'm going to wake up or not.
When he asked me to come up, I knew about his heart, and I knew that it was going to be a long season for him. He's really, usually, pretty easygoing, but sometimes when things get to him and start getting a little bit hard, then he gets quieter and quieter. To be expected, though. Like, I would be the same way if I was getting yelled at every day and I couldn't play and I was sick and I was hurt.
At one point, I got so frustrated I just wanted to go back home. But I fought through it and found out at the end of the day my heart wasn't diseased. I mean, it was just enlarged. I mean, all athletes has enlarged heart, but I think mine was just out of the scale.
Not surprisingly, when Nate finally gets the medical all clear to hit the court, his softened up body breaks down. A serious ankle injury ending an agonising first season. And there's an off-season twist yet to come.
The head coach calls me, he goes, "Nate, you need to come down here, I need to have a talk to you." So I went downstairs and he's sitting there. And he goes, "Look, Nate, just want to let you know that you were traded this morning to Dallas. When I went to Dallas, I played 2 games. And I sprained the same ankle. First game in Dallas, first time on court, I started. First play for me, wow, my ankle's gone again. So I had to see that again. I couldn't see myself fitting there for some reason because veteran guys, I mean, I didn't play much in preseason. I wanted to go to a place where I'll get an opportunity to play. Spoke to my agent and we kind of decided that Minnesota would be a good fit for me, and I asked if I could get traded to here, so that's what happened. And I'm here now and I'm happy and I'm getting my opportunity. I'm not gonna feel sorry for myself. I had a year where I didn't play, got out of shape, and now I gotta work myself back to where I was. I mean, either way, if I go to Europe, I'm still trying to get back in the league, but I mean, we gotta wait and see what happens. I mean, I like it here. Like, this is a great team for me to get an opportunity, you know? We're a young team and we in this together, and we know we're gonna struggle this year and we wanna build together as a team, so that's the fun part about it, that I can get to learn my teammates and they can get to learn me.
In part two of Aussies Abroad, Nate Jawai, with the worst imaginable start to an NBA career behind him, now the hard work really begins, as Nate fights to establish himself as an NBA regular.
I give myself 2.5 years. Right now, my confidence is low. It's a different style of game. I gotta get used to it. I gotta get used to the schedule. It's no excuse. I'm just glad to be here.